Hey everybody, welcome back to episode number 6 of The Prisoner. This one's called The General. Last time we had The Schizoid Man. And an interesting thing I noticed when I was editing that episode was that they used the same paper that they used in episode 3. Remember I brought up the paper that 14 was reading? Asking if number 2 was fit. They had the February 10th was on that the date on that paper. And the thing is, the whole Schizoid Man episode revolved around the 10th. Didn't it? So it's interesting that that exact paper they used in episode 3 for A, B, and C. So I feel like they made the paper. I don't know if they made the paper first or they decided on the date because they'd already made the paper. Time doesn't pass in the village. It's always the 10th of February. Yeah, that's what we discovered. But yeah, look, I just noticed that they reused the exact same paper as in episode number 3. Now, forget about episode 5 and episode number 3. Let's talk about episode number 4, Free for All. The episode that I went on a long roundabout. And then, when I was editing, I was like, who wrote this episode? Who directed this episode? Well, it turns out that somebody called Paddy Fitz wrote the episode. I was like, oh, Paddy Fitz, who's that? Did they write anything else? Turns out Paddy Fitz is a pseudonym. It's another name for Patrick McGoohan. And who directed the episode? Well, Patrick directed the episode too. So he not only wrote the episode, he directed it. Free for All is his creation from start to finish. How does that make me feel? It makes me feel very conflicted. You know? Because I was like, I even said something like, oh, who directed him to yell in this scene? That's weird. He did. He directed himself. So, look, I found it funny. I was just giggling to myself. I was like, oh, the one episode I start ranting about is the one he has the most involvement in. How does that make me feel, you know? I take it, I feel, I got a sense of humor about it, you know? And what I'll say is that sometimes, and I know this from personal experience, you have a vision in your head, something you want to convey, or an idea you want to convey to somebody. Or even when I'm like doing an intro or an outro and talking about an episode, I have this thing in my head that I want to express, and sometimes it comes out all wrong. Sometimes it just comes out, I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm thinking, but I don't express it properly. And I think Free for All is perhaps an example of that. He knew what he was going for. He had this great vision in his head, and maybe it didn't quite come out right. You know? Or it came out just fine, and I'm the curmudgeon, and I'm a crank, and I'm the problem. You know? I'm not the problem. Did you watch that episode? I'm not the problem. You know what to improve that episode, actually? 1, get rid of the music. Or tone it down. 2, get rid of all that stupid people. Yeah. Just get rid of the people and the music. It's fine. Right, this one's called The General. We've heard about The General. We messed up last time talking about The General. You know, we're going to report to the General, are we? That's a weird thing to say. So I'm interested if we'll see what or who or what the General is. Maybe it's a pyramid robot, triangle eye, glowing eye. Maybe the General was in our hearts all along. Looking forward to new number 2. And we should rank all the number 2s at the end for sure. And yeah, let's get into it. Oh yeah, that is, I was googling that. That is supposed to be a runway. And I think it is filmed at a racetrack. They don't make teams like this anymore. It's got a lot of oomph.
Where am I? In the village. Information!
You won't get it.
By hook or by crook? We will.
Oh, dude, you're back. He's back. Are we in the right episode? He's back. From A, B, and C. He's back, everybody. My God, a duplicate number 2. I didn't think we'd see Milkman back. Not that guy. He got humiliated. He's back for revenge. I don't know. Maybe there's something messed up with this intro. Maybe the intro of episode 3 got overwritten or something. I don't know. Holy moly.
Who are you? The new number 2.
You might remember me.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
Is he punching the sky? What? Is he flying back in? Number 2? Maybe it's the general. What's this trust me stuff on the poster? What's that about? Oh, who is this?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. This is an announcement from the General's Department.
What the?
Will all students taking the 3-part history course please return to their dwellings immediately?
That was me.
The professor will be lecturing in approximately...
For the joke, I was going to take off my headphones and go, but then I realized I can't hear the episode if I take off my headphones. Stupid. So stupid. I'm in one of those moods, people. Right. Yeah. This is different. You're not the regular announcer.
I will repeat that.
Thanks.
This is a special announcement
Thanks.
from the General's Department.
I need it.
Repeat. Will all students taking the 3-part history course return to their dwellings immediately?
We're all wearing the voting thing again.
Another coffee, please.
Sorry, sir, we're closing. You did hear the announcement, sir?
I'm not one of his students.
You're never too old to learn, sir.
Who told you that?
The General. The General.
Who's the general?
Best of luck with your exams, sir.
What? I'm not taking
This is a special announcement from the General's Department.
a test.
The professor will be giving his lecture in 30 minutes.
You don't believe it? A university-level degree in 3 minutes.
No, I don't.
You should enroll, number 6. You'll find the professor most interesting.
The only subject that I'm interested in is getting away from this place.
Exactly.
No?
Who are you?
A cog in the machine.
A cog game. Small thought. Imagine an episode where there is no number 2, right? But they have to have an intro. They have to have the same intro because they filmed the intro. They filmed the music that goes with the intro. They filmed the script that goes with the intro. But there is no number 2 in that episode. What do they do? Well, they're forced, perhaps, to reuse an intro, reuse a number 2. So that guy isn't actually in this episode. They just had to put him in the intro. Right? Just like that time they put the controller man in an episode that he wasn't actually in. We haven't seen him since either. Anyway, the episode seems to be 1 about the general, 2 about the professor, 3 about that guy that creepy guy that was just talking to number 6. And we can learn a whole course in 3 minutes. I want to see that.
Who are they after?
The professor, I think.
Why?
You know professors. Absent-minded. Best of luck with your exams.
Yeah, sure.
Orange alert.
Oh, there he is again.
Orange
I was just talking about you. Keep running, Professor. Oh, jeez. The whole village is after you. What's this?
This is the professor speaking. Fellow villagers, I have an urgent message for you.
Yeah, hide it. What's up, fellas? They went that way. What's up?
Are you a student?
Who isn't?
What are you doing here?
Playing truant?
What are they doing with him?
Come on, we'll give you a lift.
Where to?
Home. You know what the General said.
Who's the general?
Come on, you don't want to start the term with a black mark.
All right, let's go.
Who's the general, dude? You don't know.
He's seeing you.
A significance far beyond the confines of this community. SpeedLearn is nothing less than a revolution in educational technique.
I'm focused. I'll be focused for 3 minutes. We're all gonna get 100%. Don't worry about it.
And now, someone who needs no introduction.
Is it the professor?
Nice to be seeing you all again.
You're not Are you the
My
professor?
husband, the professor, has asked me personally to convey his apologies for detaining you for a few moments. The huge success of this course has put an added strain upon him. He's just now completing the notes for the second lecture and should be with us shortly.
Excuse me.
Is he here?
Thank you, Madam Professor. Your husband is now ready.
There he is.
I would like to say a brief word about SpeedLearn. A marriage of science and mass communication. A 3-year course indelibly impressed upon the mind in 3 minutes. Impossible?
It can be done.
That's what I said, until I was introduced to the General. And then I realized that not only was it possible, but that education was ready for a giant leap forward from the Dark Ages into the 20th and 21st centuries.
That's where we live.
The subject of tonight's lecture is Europe since Napoleon. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax,
Okay.
watch the screen. We're going to cover it in 15 seconds flat.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
15 seconds flat. Please address your queries.
Did that
to the
work?
General, sir.
Mopping up operations number 6.
Many thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, you are in this episode.
You lost something.
Not me, the professor. Losing his recorder with all his notes in it. You didn't see it, of course.
Nope, of course not.
The professor is rather worried about it.
Why don't you get your men to look in the wardrobe?
He's got a metal detector, this guy.
Very amusing. Enjoy the lecture.
What lecture?
It's a great experiment, number 6. You can learn a lot.
History is not my subject.
When was the Treaty of Adrianople?
September 1829.
Oh, he knows.
Who is Bismarck's ally against Danish Prince Christian of Glucksburg?
Frederick of Augustenburg.
It worked.
Very good.
Nice.
10 out of 10. Don't underestimate yourself, number 6.
Can he learn how to
And don't underestimate me.
fly a chopper? Oh no, he already knows how to fly a chopper. We could learn so many skills, though. You know?
Can I help you?
When was the Treaty of Adrianople?
September 1829.
Who was Frederick of Augustenburg?
Bismarck's ally against the Danes under Prince Christian of Glucksburg. He, like Bismarck...
Good job.
Curfew time, 15 minutes.
He's the voice for this episode. But won't they follow him? He should give it a few days. What kind of stuff is on this recording? Uh-oh. It's this guy again.
Anything I can do for you?
You want to get out of this place, don't you?
No, there it is. He found it.
Here's your passport.
I don't trust number 2. I don't trust you. And I don't trust your tame professor.
Who do you trust, number 6?
Trust me.
Join the club. What was the Treaty of Adrianople?
September 1829.
Wrong. I said what, not when. You need some special coaching.
No.
I have an urgent message for you. You are being tricked. SpeedLearn is an abomination.
Already?
It is slavery. If you wish to be free, there is only one way. Destroy the General. The General must be destroyed.
I think it's computer. He didn't say kill, he said destroyed.
What happened in 1878? Eastern Romania was declared an autonomous province of the Turkish Empire.
And this speed learning thing, this embedding information in your brain, is a way of control, obviously. They feed you what you want. They feed the populace. They force the populace to get the exact word-for-word version of whatever they want in your brain. So everybody is on the same page. It's thought control. You know? You can think of it as, hey, look, isn't this cool? We're learning all about history. But do you trust the source? You know? We all suddenly know this information. But what don't we know? You know? Can we trust our own thoughts now? They could feed in all sorts of information about number 2. He's a great guy. What do you think of number 2? Oh, he's a great guy. That's what I heard. That's what I know. He likes milk. I want to see him drinking milk in this one. He seems a lot more confident when he's not near a phone. I may have to, you know the way I'm ranking number 2s at the end of the show? I may have to rejig the order of the episodes too, into my own personal this makes sense or order. You know, perhaps put the 2 episodes together, maybe A, B, and C after this one. Anyway, that guy was number 12. Number 12. You can't make him number 12 so quickly after the Schizoid Man, can you? Hey, milk, yeah!
We're getting 100% cooperation.
Hey, there's the general.
Oh, the professor, just a mild aberration, I assure you. A couple of days rest and adjustment, he'll be doing everything that we need. Thanks.
I'm glad they brought this guy back.
Anything new on the professor yet?
He is responding, sir. The doctor will be in to see you personally.
No, I'll do it myself.
Yes, sir. I think we're going the wrong way about it with him.
Oh, yeah?
We indulge his idiocies far too much. He's a crank and should be treated as such. I can't help feeling he's a troublemaker, and he attracts troublemakers.
He does indeed.
Number 12. Your opinions about the professor should be carefully guarded.
Hey, buddy. You're not in this one. I refuse to acknowledge you. Oh, unless we talk to you.
Section 32, sound and vision.
There he is.
Breaking the back until next lecture. Please don't distract me. Very good indeed. I'm glad you approve. I have to finish these notes. Yes, of course you do. And after a little rest, mild therapy, you'll have to work twice as fast.
Yeah, you need your therapy, Professor. That door said the general on it.
Track the professor? No, the seminar.
This is a nice place. Sort of. Yeah. Oh, you've got talent.
It's number 6. Really, how many on?
Can I help you?
Can you?
What exactly are you looking for?
What are we all looking for?
Well, let's see now. What do you think he's doing?
Tearing up a book.
Construction arises out of the ashes of destruction.
Hmm?
And that woman?
Standing on her head.
She's developing new perspective.
Really?
Really?
What's your subject?
What's yours?
Nothing. Modern art.
Really?
See?
What do you think of this?
Great drawing. By the way, I think this location is the same location as the party in A, B, and C. Something very familiar about it. We got the hedge maze there, and we got... Yeah. It's just the outside area of that party. Which was the same episode that the current number 2 was in, too. They definitely filmed these together. These episodes. With that guy.
Not altogether flattering. So art's your subject too?
Military history, generals, that kind of thing.
General,
I'm afraid you may be wasting your time.
I understood that your husband was quite an authority on the subject.
He may be, but I'm not.
Whoa.
Creation out of destruction.
Yeah, here we go again. I think I've seen this rug before in real life. Ooh, creepy. Are these all the heads that have cameras in them? We're reusing the party house.
This is a private room.
Oh.
Who are you? A spy?
How long have you been in this place?
Did she just say, who are you, a spy? Lady! Mrs. Professor. What? Aren't we all? Isn't that why we're here? Because we have information? You know who number 6 is. That's his whole profession. Frickin' espionage. Who are you, a spy? She's acting like she's a normal person in a normal house. And this man has just broken into it. We're in the village. Ya lunatic. That's gonna be my word for this series. Just gonna start calling people lunatics. Oh my god.
The professor and I have certain privileges.
As prisoners or as warders?
We came here voluntarily.
What?
We're perfectly happy.
And you, are the artist.
Look at this.
Rough exercises.
Hey, my favorite guy.
What are you looking for?
We might find at least one study of the general.
Oh, it's you.
It's really not a bad likeness, is it?
Hey, buddy.
You playing truant?
Doing a little homework. How's the professor? Cooperating?
I've given him some sedation. He's not to be disturbed.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I'll just hit him a bit. Don't worry about it, Doc. Aw, fake.
You should take greater care of him, ma'am. He's gone to pieces.
You are an odd fellow. I'm afraid you have the wrong end of the stick.
How did he
I
know?
haven't, the doctor has. Best of luck with your exams. Why don't you open the blinds, let in some daylight? You've got nothing to hide, have you?
Duh.
I better warn control.
Don't warn anyone.
But if he gets-
You do your job, I'll do mine.
This is a confusing one.
What does he want?
What some of us want, to escape.
He persists about the general.
I shouldn't worry too much, my dear. I have an obsession about him myself.
Oh, what is this? Halloween?
A 3-year course for 3 minutes. Madam, Tsar Nicholas I occupied the Danubian principalities.
1853.
Absolutely correct.
They're all great. They love it.
What was the date of the Boer War?
1899, 1902.
Well done. Coming along nicely, number 6.
Yeah. It works. You know, kids. When they finish their exams, they go out and party. You know it. Yeah?
Yes.
Electrics and administration are on their way. You will find candles for such an emergency in the upper kitchen cabinet.
I know where my candles are.
Administration here, what's the trouble?
This, sir. Deliberate short circuit across the contacts.
Oh, this guy.
That's punishment. All right, contact control. Get them to switch in temporary reserve.
Calling electrics control.
Is this some of your work?
Son, listen carefully. The professor's real lecture, the one you heard on the tape recorder. Would you like it to go out?
I might.
What?
In the ink cylinder. Micro. Be careful.
When?
Tomorrow.
Where?
All in order, sir.
That was
I'll
quick.
fix it, number 6. A deliberate destruction of official property is a most serious offense. Report to my office in administration tomorrow morning.
So he's got to broadcast the real lecture.
How is he, Doctor?
Fine. Beautiful response.
Is he real this time? We love zooming.
Board member, lecture approval session, education.
Oh. Yeah! Look at this thing.
Boss?
Nice.
Micro reduction report, Center Secretary.
Oh, first class, sir. Splendid.
Number 2 calling the General's office. The lectures have arrived. Full security alert.
Board member, lecture approval session, education.
Proceed to pass.
It's the Blues Brothers.
Number 2 for sublimator.
Projection room. We need access to this one.
Has this been cleared with the board? It will be. Prepare to transmit.
Board about to enter session in 87 seconds.
Get going, 6. Holy moly.
Second occasion is fatal. Your business, please.
Lecture approval session.
I got a thing.
Proceed to pass.
Approved. You don't die.
Pass.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your confidence in the General. We will give you a breakdown of the entire operation.
That's the boardroom.
Speed learn is the outcome of the General's prolific knowledge.
Hurry it along, Six. A bit of a light jog, maybe? Oh, one chop. Oh, you're gonna need 2 chops for these guys. There's one. Yeah. He done busted him up. Now to the projection room.
Stand by, all operatives. Cameras. Projection.
Oh! Ow! Dude. No, periscope.
Projection.
All clear.
All operatives clear. Stand by, please. Transmission will start in 2 minutes.
We're going to implant all this knowledge in people's brains.
And so much for the theory, gentlemen. Now for the practice.
Final clearance, please. Sound studio. Lecture studio. Projection. Telecine.
Hold that picture. Closer.
You know that man anywhere.
He's got his hand, sir.
Have we been busted? No! How did they sneak in? How? Same way he did, I guess.
Transmission will start in 5 seconds from now. 5.
No, wait, what? No, they knew number 6 was in the projection room, and they didn't suspect that he had changed something? Did they think he was just there for fun? Just because he wanted to be a projectionist? Yeah, let's just assume everything's fine. Continue as planned.
4, 3, in.
Well, just go into his eye. Right in there. Oh, jeez. There's gonna be a riot. A prison breakout.
We come to the end of another successful edition of SpeedLearn. Our thanks to the professor, and our congratulations to the general.
Who were they, number 6? Who let you in? What are their names? Who's the head man?
Santa Claus. This reactionary drivel that you were on the point of sending out to our conscientious students. The freedom to learn, the liberty to make mistakes.
We did stop it.
Too, yeah? Ah, yes, my dear. Congratulations. The lecture went splendidly.
Then may I see him?
As soon as he's completed the first phase of the next installment, naturally, I'll let you know.
He's still laid back.
She'd talk him into anything to keep him alive.
Do you need him?
They're both necessary. Now, to the matter in hand. The General's office, if you please. You see, my dear chap, he won't answer our questions, but the General can answer anything.
Anything?
Yes. Mind if we come round?
No.
Thank you, right away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's visit the General.
The General awaits us. We shall soon know what's what.
Here we go. There's a typewriter in here, and a computer.
Plato, Aristotle, Voltaire, they're all here, all available to the General. There is no question. No question from advanced mathematics to molecular structure, from philosophy. The General cannot answer.
We just feed it into him. What do you think, dude?
Allow me to introduce the General.
Yeah, it's like Landrew. This one's definitely like Landrew.
All the professor's own work. Loves it with a passionate love. Probably hates it even more. No more wastage in schools. No more tedious learning by rote. Subliminally learned. Checked and corrected by an infallible authority. And what have we got?
A row of cabbages.
Yeah.
Knowledgeable cabbages.
What sort of knowledge?
Past history we'll have to do, but shortly we should be picking our own.
Napoleon could have used it.
Yeah?
Take down a problem for the General. An illustration of infallibility. A traitor in the village. Security pass discs were issued to number 6.
Yeah.
Access to these is through... Through where?
Administration, sir.
Put that down.
Careful, too.
Also that number 12 is an official in administration.
Careful, too. Last time you were in an episode, the finger of destiny pointed at you. The General, God knows what it's gonna say. Yeah, we can't have a repeat of that, can we? No way.
Ask the General.
There is a question that the General cannot answer.
Oh, yeah?
Impossible.
Allow me to ask it.
No.
Are you afraid?
Go ahead.
Who is number one?
Thank you.
That's just four letters, dude. What could he have typed in 4?
Feed it in.
We don't get to look at it first. This seems unwise. It's gonna explode itself or something. Look, it's going into the red. The red, I tells you. Shut it down. Pull the plug. None of these dials do anything. Did he give it the holding problem or what? Well.
What was your question?
W-H-Y. Question mark.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Did the professor die? Yeah, interesting. Wordless scene there at the end. The secrets are all in this little bike. This was The General, an episode of Star Trek, and also an episode of The Prisoner. I'm saying it's an episode of Star Trek, not the title, but the fact that there's a computer behind the curtain. Very much like a Star Trek episode. And the ending, a bit like Kirk talking to it, trying to get it to short circuit itself. We just feed in the question why. Is it a little hokey? A tiny bit maybe? Yeah. Just to end it like that. You know, we got this massive computer that can answer anything in the world. And, oh yeah, sure, you like, instead of finding out who the traitor is, we'll just let you type in a question. We won't even look at it. You know, we'll just, and all you have to do is go to middle. You afraid? I'm no chicken. You ask it anything you want. You could have asked it anything. You could have gotten answers, you know? And then short-circuited the computer a different way somehow. But, yeah, this episode, there's some great things in this episode. For starters, I think the episode is kind of middling overall, but there's some great stuff. One, bringing back that particular number 2, the little weaselly one, that one that loves his milk, is just great. It's just, I don't care which order those episodes were intended to be shown, but I think it works either way. I think maybe it works better flipped. You know? I think this episode first makes sense to me, because when we see him again, he's more nervous, he's more desperate. And at the end of the A, B, and C episode, he's out, he's gone, he's done for, you know? Whereas in this episode, he's more confident, he's more assured. He's not looking at the phone with trepidation. So I think this episode first and then that episode makes more logical sense when it comes to number 2. Although in this episode he did say they were old friends, but then again, the twos are always saying stuff like that. But yeah, having him back, showing the milk, everything I could have wanted from that. We even had Control Room Man back. I didn't think we'd see him again. Thought they were just going to keep reusing shots that they previously filmed of him. They also had the triangle Illuminati robot eye thing from Free For All in that room, set up actually in the exact space it was when we were filming Free For All. So the filming of Free For All and this episode are quite close together. Got the other two probably filmed on the same week, because they set it all up in that room. You're not going to set it all up in the room and then take it down and then put it back up again, you know? But then we also had the little set from A, B, and C, the little party set, too. So we're getting a lot of cross-episode stuff in this one. You know, a mishmash of all sorts of things. The overall idea, the overall theme of the episode is mass, not hypnosis, but mass controlling the media, I guess, is the thing. Controlling what people hear and see and what people know. You know, what they know. Which is something, I guess you could say, it's something like if the episode was made in the 60s, it's obviously something they felt was happening then. You know, propaganda machine. It's something that we feel today is happening in our world, that, say, we're being fed particular line on the news or certain news networks, and that maybe it's healthy to question what we're being told, you know? This episode is very it's not subtle about the point it's making. And even number 6 says that Napoleon could have used this. Yeah. So, cabbages. It was another thing, yeah. But everybody was delighted, weren't they? And I think in this episode, and maybe it makes me soften towards Free For All as well, seeing this episode. Because we see the annoying crowds, the annoying loud crowds again. After they'd been fed all the hypnotic information, you know? After they'd learned all the history. And they were kind of like mindlessly celebrating it. So why it makes me soften to them in Free For All is if I imagine that this episode is before Free For All. And that these people are pretty much brainwashed in some ways. It makes me forgive them a little for their outlandishly stupid behavior. So yeah, this episode and the 3 before it all mixed together. You know, in a bit of a soup, where you're not quite sure which order they're supposed to be in, and maybe they all work together very well. And it doesn't hurt the episode that we can kind of guess that the general, with the way they're speaking about the general, we kind of know it's not a human, it's not a person. Especially talking about destroying it and not killing. I think a word like that was used, where my brain was like, you wouldn't say that about a person, you'd say it about a thing or a machine. But I like the idea of this AI. This AI that can answer anything. You know, all the mysteries of the universe we can throw at it. I love the explanation too. Look at we got all these books, you see, from Plato to, you know, the computer knows all this stuff, so it can figure out anything. It can figure out who the mole is. You know, anything. You throw math equations at it. It's great. You know? Just don't put any paradoxes in, and we're all good. This sentence is false. You know, just don't say anything weird to it. And turn it off. I can't. Why not? Because it's the end of the episode. It has to explode now. Why can't you just pull the plug? It's self-sustaining somehow. You know? It should automatically switch off if it goes into the red. You know, there should be a shut-off valve. That's what I think. 12 was fine. You know, working to free the people through, I don't know. Was he working with the professor? Like, the professor had built this machine. He loved building it, but now he doesn't like the way it's been used. And him and his wife are being threatened, and mutually so. And so we want to get this message out to the people. So we need Six's help, because he knows jiu-jitsu. And he can get the projection room people to put in the right one. But then they snuck up on him. Just the way he snuck up. You should always have one eye on the door or something, I don't know. And then I thought they were just going to broadcast the changed message anyway, but they intercepted it off screen. So it wasn't too stupid. Oh well. There would have been a sustained attempt to break out, I think, if that message had gone out. An uprising in the village. Everybody suddenly deprogrammed. Yeah. That's what makes me feel a little better about all the stupid people in free-for-all. That if we could just broadcast something, they would suddenly wake up to their situation, and they'd all be on board. They'd all be like Six. And there's no keeping them then. You know? We'd all be swimming. The ball can only get so many of us at a time. No, we didn't see the bubble in this one at all. No alerts or anything. On a technical side, the episode is hard to hear. The dialogue is hard to hear. The music is too loud in places. Not the incidental music versus the voices is out of balance. So sometimes you're like, what? We've seen that before in other episodes, but I noticed it particularly in this one. I was straining to hear some of the dialogue. So I don't know how I'm going to edit that, but I'll do my best. Overall, I'd say it's a decent, interesting episode. And a tiny bit confusing in places. But overall, I was happy to see 2 back, and happy to keep going. Next time we've got many happy returns. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. Maybe we'll have some sort of party. With a cake next time. 1 year in the village. Right. Get out of here. 60s computers. It always ends the same way, doesn't it? Right. I'll see you next week. Have a great week.